Brenden Thompson is the CEO of Catholic Voices and joins us now from London. Brenden, thanks so much for joining us, as we know that Easter is the most important holiday for Christians. What are some of the measures that we're seeing churches take to ensure people don't break lockdowns, that they stay in isolation, but can still take part in Easter celebrations?
Yeah, so my family and I are like millions of other Christians across the world. I'd never celebrated or participated in a mass via live stream before the pandemic. But like millions of other Christians preparing for Holy Week, this is the holiest week in the Christian calendar, commemorating the Last Supper, arrest, Jesus' death, and his resurrection. And so traditionally, there's an obligation, talking for Catholics, to receive communion at Mass and to go to a service. But of course, this has been lifted by the Vatican and by various bishops around the world, and they're being encouraged to stay home. So those who are being prepared to be baptized at Easter, received into the church, that's obviously being postponed. So Easter ceremonies will be happening in churches across the world, but they'll be happening behind closed doors, with the faithful being encouraged to stay at home.
I know churches have been live streaming masses for several weeks now. How are those going? I'm sure they don't carry the same significances as actually being in person at a mass, but at least it is an option for people who are in lockdown. Do you have any idea of the numbers of people who are attending these, watching these live streaming events?
Sure. Pope Francis is live streaming his Mass every single morning, and millions tune into that. In fact, on the 27th of March, he quite famously did this blessing for the entire world. So this iconic image of blessing an empty St. Peter's covered in the rain. And there was an estimated 11 million people who joined in with that. So I guess the Pope's response to or encouragement to all Catholics is, what's going on is we can either get depressed or alienated because of everything that's happening, or we can get creative. When people get creative, there's been some hiccups. You will have seen kind of funny things of priests and pastors who accidentally put filters on, someone accidentally set themselves alight. But many are responding quite positively and encouragingly. And I as a Catholic, seeing my own priest, it really makes a difference. It makes a difference to see that your own particular priest is having a go. So I think that this will precipitate many changes in the aftermath, but certainly a technological revolution for Christianity.
Right. There's certainly a lot of lessons in digital communication there. I just need you to be brief for this next question, if you can, because we're running out of time. How has this pandemic changed how Mass is conducted? And do you think that we'll see lasting changes? You talked about communion, of course, not being able to offer it because we're doing Masses virtually now. But once these lockdowns are lifted, do you think we'll see some lasting changes because of this?
It's hard to say. There's so much that's uncertain, but what will be the same is that for many Catholics, we have to be in person for Mass. We have to be. There's that personal dynamic. And Pope Francis has been saying, let's not forget people. Let's not forget the personal. So this is a sorry substitute, live stream, but we look forward to the day when we can celebrate in person.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Brenden Thompson, joining us from London. Appreciate your time today.